All right, I'm going to jump on here real quick, make a real quick video and get it posted. Kind of get the word out on something. So I'm sitting here at home today. It's Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving. And I get a call and it shows TQL on my phone. So I'm thinking it's an agent calling, offering, see if I'm available, or an agent that I'm actually working with on some local oversized, overdimensional work coming up. But anyway, it's this guy, I answer the phone, and this dude, I could barely understand him. Heavy Pakistani accent, just like those guys that call offering dispatch service all the time. But he's offering me this contract. If I'm interested in this contract work, 5 days a week for the next 6 or 8 weeks from the town where I live. I've lived here for 40 years. Not a big town. I know what goes on around here. Going to someplace up north of Seattle. Daily loads, $950 a day for a day rate for about 130 miles one way, which, not bad for a day rate. And he's going on and on. I can barely understand anything he's saying, but he sends me some information, and it's Monday through Friday, starting, actually, the start date is Saturday through the end of February. And it's got the name of another company that actually has the contract with the shipper, but TQL is working with them to get the trucks. So it wasn't making a lot of sense. And it wasn't making sense that I had to pay this $950 commission. So he sends me this email, and I'm looking at it, and I have a lot of emails from TQL because I haul a fair amount of loads for them. And I was like, that doesn't look right. Like, the signature block wasn't right. He didn't put his name in it. It just, the logo, everything else looked kind of goofy. Then I looked at the email address itself, and excuse me. Let me see if I can zoom in on this without getting too much other info. That's how he spelled logistics. All of my other emails from TQL just say TQL.com. So this other broker that I'm working with, this other TQL agent that I've been working with, I called him, told him about this email. He asked me to forward it to him because he's like, no, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't sound right. He's the one that caught the misspelling in the logistics part. He said, nope. So he forwarded it to their fraud folks. And so I'm looking at my screen here. So then I get this email supposedly from this point-to-point freight. And back up a second. That email from TQL had a phone number to call this point-to-point freight. So I called them. And that dude is telling me it's truck. Now this is truckload, flatbed, electronics. I'm like, electronics on a flatbed? Is this crated? Yeah, it's in crates. Okay. Or it's lumber, or it's pipe. Electronics pays $1,500. Pipe and lumber loads pay $950. Now this is daily, 5 days a week for the next, 2.5 months or 2 months. I know what's around this area. There's no place here in the entire county that's going to be shipping out crated electronics that needs a flatbed 5 days a week. There's no place here that's shipping out lumber and pipe 5 days a week. No, there's no place here like that. And some of the stuff, this stuff's asking for. Picture of my driver's license. Avoided check. Notice how it's spelled check. That's not how we spell it here in the U.S. Pictures of my truck, including my license plate. Now, I've had to send pictures of, like, my to brokers. I've had to send pictures of me standing in front of the truck or something so they can see that I'm a for real person and I have a for real truck. But I had called this dude and he was telling me about what these loads are, and again, to get screened and approved by the shipper, I had to pay this upfront commission. So I'm like, that doesn't sound right. So I called this Point to Point. I looked up on FMCSA Safer Web, called, and as soon as I started explaining to the lady, she goes, "It's a scam." So I had a really good conversation with the lady, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's a scam." I think she said she's gotten like 3 other phone calls today. So back up before I called her, TQL fraud department called me and asked me a couple questions, and said, "Oh yeah, it's a scam." He's like, they're in this go around, this particular scam, they're using TQL as the big name broker to try to get folks. But so TQL is aware of it. This point-to-point freight company is aware of this scam. So if anyone out there is getting this call claiming to be from a TQL rep about a dedicated contract, and actually after talking to TQL folks, they were like, "Yeah, we don't do contract stuff." And then to this other company, and they want to charge you this upfront commission fee. Be careful. Look for all the indicators that tell you it's not quite right. Like I said, I didn't catch they misspelled logistics, but at just a glance, especially if you're driving or if you're distracted, maybe you're getting loaded and you're looking for your next load, and you see an email like that, or you get that phone call and you say, "Hey, I'm on the road right now, but I'm going to stop in a little bit. Shoot me an email." Yeah, I mean, $950 a day locked up 5 days a week for the next couple months. That's pretty decent. But yeah, I just wanted to get that put out. I'm looking like a bum today because, like I said, I'm sitting at home. But I hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving, and be safe out there. Weather's starting to go to shit, especially here in the Northwest. So be careful, be safe, and don't eat too much tomorrow.